Welcome to the video. We're going to do the end of the year finds, dumpster diving finds, or metal detecting. Not all of this is precious metal, but most of it is. So I'll just show you some things that I really loved finding in the dumpster. This is the city I was born, and it's Heidelberg, Germany. There's the castle. It's laminated, and that was in the dumpster. So I loved that. Here's a sketch of a cabin by J.G. or Joe Price. No date. Well, it's 1988, I guess. And it is not a print. I looked on there with the loop. This is an amazing, beautiful painting. The Swiss Alps, I guess, and the church, which my father's lineage is from. We did a DNA test, and it goes back to 1400 Swiss Alps, and then I don't know where. They came on up to Germany, and then they came over in 1731 to Pennsylvania. Glazot, 1941. So right around World War II. Beautiful. Those are all keepers. Not selling any of that. As you know, I dumpster dive a thrift store, which is where most of this does come from. So this was not from there. This is from another spot. It is sterling. It's weighted. And that spot, they put up signs now. There's a big recycle center, and people come back there, and they drop off their bottles and all the newspaper and plastic, and there's 2 dumpsters. And there used to be silver or gold at least once every 6 weeks in there. And now they put signs up, no illegal dumping, so now everybody's scared. This was my most recent sterling find from the thrift store. It's a little mom and pop thrift store. And it's an unusual, they don't have a camera, although as you know, I have competition on there. And he's been getting there before me, and the little guy on the bike is now out of jail, and he's been getting there. They do have a new person. I don't know if things are going to change or they're going to run people off or what. This is like gold filled, and there were some 2 little diamonds there. This, I believe, is 10K gold earring, although it's not marked. I metal detected that. It's in pieces. These are some real pearls from that huge thrift store throwout where they put a tub in the dumpster, and they probably looted it all for gold, but one of the little tags says 14K, and the other one is sterling, and the other one doesn't say, but those are all pearls. This is some kind of a pretty stone, not precious metal. These are the end of bolos. They're not marked, but they test as sterling. I just left all these. They were in there for sale, and they just threw them out. I guess they can't pawn them. I don't think they can pawn sterling for very much. This came with Shelly. Remember I had told y'all that Shelly came from the dumpster, and we were trying to figure out what she would like. And 2 people said gemstones. Well, she was in there with this huge dogtooth amethyst. They came together. So that was right on. Here's a 1/20th rose gold, gold filled vintage watch. Sterling. Little locket. There's nothing like finding sterling in the dumpster. That's just absolutely my favorite. With a little amethyst. And this one is too. I don't know if that's sapphire or not. This was in the bottom of a bunch of kid toys. That's sterling. This is not marked, but the tag says silver. They're super light. And this also came in the bottom of a bunch of toys. 925, and then labradorite, I believe. Someone had identified that. The clasp is sterling, and maybe this is too. Both of these are sterling. I mean, I had a great year, but unfortunately things have changed at that one spot, and I have a lot of competition at the other. This is sterling, marked on the inside as well. Another sterling. Some more sterling. This is, I believe it's a comb, vintage comb, and it has some gemstones on there. So I like that. Sterling, sterling, Mexico, sterling, sterling. This came out of a coin machine, and it came out at Kroger's with these. These are the steel Wheaties. This is a 1963 Franklin half. I couldn't believe it. And this also came with it, 1776 Liberty Bell. This is not sterling, but it's really neat. Chunky pendant. Looks like 1700s people, either French or British or American. Apparently my teacup is broken and it's leaked over here, so now I have figured it out. Okay. This was another piece from the thrift store. You know, just one piece at a time. It says Mexico. In there it says silver. That is old. This is from where they're putting the signs, don't dump anymore. Sterling. And his family threw quite a bit out, or maybe he didn't have family, and whoever was cleaning it out threw a bunch of stuff out. This guy's uniform, he was a colonel. And this came from the thrift, sterling. Beautiful plastic design. James Avery, sterling. This, as well as sterling, was probably gold-plated at one point. I believe that this is turquoise. That one, maybe a couple others with lapis. And I don't know what the light blue ones are. This is not lapis. It looks like it. It is sterling. It's old. And it's painted to look like lapis. I know that because the paint is coming off of this one. And just like a black stone. A couple of more sterlings with the marcasite. Beautiful. Another 925. Another tiny little piece of turquoise. Just a little silver back of an earring. These are sterling. This tested as sterling. It's not marked. I cleaned it and I don't know. This is very heavy. It tested as sterling. It rings up really weird on my metal detector, so I think there may be a mix of sterling and gold. This I did buy just before they had set it out. I bought it at the women's thrift store, sterling. They had not even gotten it out on the shelf yet. I love it. So that was not a find. This was a find that came with my treasure box. It is not silver. It is the only spoon in that treasure box, which we'll look at one day. It says 1967, Canada, 100-year anniversary. These are just cute little turtle pins. I'll have to put that. I have a whole big box of like non-precious metal dumpster jewelry. Tiger eye. I never can remember what this one's called. I do get, believe it or not, I find whether they're real or not, I don't know. They'll just usually be mixed in with some knickknacks and trinkets when people clean out a drawer or something. That's obsidian. This I found where I work, and I do love owls. It is not precious metal. These are not precious metal, but this one's old. It's just beautiful. I believe that's sterling. Some more sterling chain. Little bit of tiger's eye. This came in there as well. All of these gemstones. Not sure if that's jade and the blues. I never know what the blues are. Rose quartz. Tiger eye. Probably onyx. Another tiny piece of turquoise. Piece of quartz. This is not precious, but obviously I love the owls. I think this one may have some turquoise stones on it, along with some amethyst. And this is bone. Somebody told me that all those are carved of bone. This is not sterling. It's a Pegasus. It's pretty cool. Some of these are not. This is pretty cool. It looks like a fire opal to me. When I first found it, I didn't think it was anything but a rock. It's not on a precious metal chain. Now the chain is marked. Let me see what it says. Patent pending. But can y'all see that in there? It's just right there. Let me focus it and then get the light. It's like an opal in there. Just gorgeous. Maybe I have found opal. I don't know. I don't see that this one's marked. I don't know why it's up here. Quartz. Rose quartz. I think that was pewter. Then I do like the Germany jewelry. This is vintage Germany. West Germany. Germany. She's old. She's Germany as well. I think it says it right here. She's like a doll. Porcelain. Very delicate. Lovely. tiger's eye, hematite, Montana blue, Austrian crystal labeled. Look at that. That's that cut we love. I mean, this is Avon. I don't think this is real. And I'm not sure if this is coral or not. Just some cute little earrings there. This little trinket box, I love it. And that is some kind of an agate. And these are not precious. But look at that. My dad was a forester, and we have a lot of pine cones, and it's just beautiful. Japan butterfly. Oh, I don't think I've ever shown y'all this. This is the oldest gastropod, 120 million years old, this gastropod snail, and they threw it in there. Now, I don't see that as a, oh, there's the gastropod. That's the snail. These are called crinoids, so, but that's the snail right there. Isn't that amazing? I love that. I love fossils. Here's like an agate or some type of, like a carnelian, which is agate. I don't know why this is in there, a silver-plated spoon. That'll just go. Now we're going to get to some of the gold. This is gold filled. All these are gold filled, 1/20th. And that was from when the ladies threw everything out. So this is just like a crystal. It's a beautiful tulip. And that ring is gold filled. This is some kind of a serpentine, possibly. These may have garnets in there. Or it could just be glass. This is, I think, glass. This is a Nippon. Beautiful little bowl. It's all from this one spot, most of it. And I still try to get out there today and end my year with some more gold or silver. It's been an incredible year. Incredible. Oh yeah. This is from there as well. The thrift store. Before those little thieves started working there. This is when I had permission on the dumpster any time of the day at that point, and I could beat my competition. And she got run off by those two thieving managers. But she threw this out, and I don't think she realized this is gold. This is white gold. And people, that is a diamond. And it's marked, the gold is marked on the clasp. It's not broken. It was this huge thing that held jewelry thrown out. I still need to get some of the tangles out. And this was tucked away in that. She did not mean to throw that out. But, I mean, can you believe that? That is a pretty nice size little diamond. So that's gold. Little sterling thing there. This is gold. It says 14K on the end, like right there on some of these. And I don't know, you know, people donate this stuff. So I don't know why that got thrown out, but I guess they missed the mark. And I got this out from underneath those two managers. It was mixed with a bunch of costume jewelry, and it is probably a real ruby. And it's 14K. Isn't that gorgeous? I couldn't believe it. And a lot of these, I think this is cubic zirconia. It doesn't test for diamond. These are not marked on the leaves, but it's marked there. So I don't know. Maybe it's on that and I haven't looked hard enough. I'm not sure. All of these are gold though. This one's gold, and that is not a diamond, I don't think. And then that's the rest of the thrift store. I love this. Tomorrow you will find the item you have been searching for. That's great. And that's 925. Okay, the Colonel's family threw this out, and they threw these out. Those are sterling. Mexico, I haven't cleaned those, and they threw these out, and these are 14K. I think it's marked on the post. I couldn't believe it. And that's kind of, you know, people have quit throwing stuff in there because of that sign. Couldn't believe they put that sign in. So that was my year. This is where the silvers are gonna go. And then I have one for gold. I've been doing this. This is metal detecting and dumpster diving for about 5 years maybe. I'm not sure. Every year, if you go back in my videos, I think I've left the year roundup in there. Like this was a throwout, not a thrift store throwout. This is a family throwout. Sterling. This was a thrift store throwout, sterling. All of these are gold, and that was when Claire's used to be in our mall. They would, about every 2 months, they would throw out a bag of costume jewelry returns, and they would have the gold studs in there. And they're gone from our mall now. So look at that stuff. It's amazing. This was a roadside find. These people had set out a bunch of chairs and things, so I stopped, and this was black. And I stopped, and they had books. I put all that in the car, and next thing you know, we've got that. This is metal detected. A lot of these are metal detected. This is a dumpster. And this is a 1700 spoon. If you can believe that. I forget the maker's mark. It's on there. So these all came from that thrift store over the years. This one as well. This as well. One day all I got was a bag of sewing stuff, and I was like, oh well. And I went through it and got to the bottom of this, and it also says sterling on the handle. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It is simply fabulous. This one was outside of a dumpster, a different person, just on the ground. He goes to auctions a lot. It was really black. He probably actually meant to throw it away. And I pulled up and I'm like, how in the world? There's silver on the ground. Look at that. This one is an emerald. Got an emerald in there, and that is gold-plated sterling. I think I metal detected that quarter. This was a flea market on the ground, And this is a parking lot, and this was in some change that my mom had. And this is 1774 eyeball find, hammered or whatever, Carlos the whatever, Mexican, which was some of our, that's what the United States used. So I couldn't believe that. So this is what I love. I absolutely love when I find it. And this is separate from when I find it in a jewelry jar. When I find it in a jewelry jar, I have another huge thing for that. I'll show you all the gold, later. So I'm going to get the silver in there and add to it. Thanks for joining us.